What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special interview with Kolten Griffin of the UWG basketball team. I am also here with Chase and Andrew Jefferson. Kolten, how's your day going? And appreciate you for taking time to join, man.
Been good, man. Just got out of practice, having a good day. So we've been having 2 days. Twice this week we had a Monday and Wednesday, so just having a good day so far.
Now, I wanted to ask you very quick, because I know you've been on the West Georgia basketball team for a minute, and I know your previous college was North Central Missouri, but
Yep.
what drew you to West Georgia originally?
So really, when I was getting recruited out of JUCO, West Georgia was kind of the last school to hit me up because of Cam. Like, when Cam Denotland was here, he was getting recruited on his visit. Coach Moore kind of told him they needed like a forward that can kind of stretch out, shoot, and then he had mentioned my name because me and Cam played my first year of JUCO together at North Central, so that's kind of how I met him. And then he really just put me on with Coach Moore, like when he was getting taken back to the airport from his visit, sent him my film. He showed it to Coach Moore, got on the phone with Coach Moore, and then it kind of just went from there. Took the visit here next week, and actually committed on the visit. So.
Now, that's awesome here, and you're definitely one of the big pieces on the reason why that we made the GSC championship. So we're glad you're on the team. But speaking of last season and the GSC championship, I know you're the only returning starter from last year's roster, and you see departures of Cole Fisher, Zoddy, and Cam Denotland. How are you getting acclimated with your current team, your new team, and how are you feeling heading into this season?
I'm feeling good. So taking the jump to D1, we were able to come in the summer and work together for that month. So it's good just kind of settling in with the new guys, kind of see where they fit, kind of see what they do, how they play around me or how we play around each other. But it's all coming together so far, just a lot of learning right now, just seeing how guys play. And it's all going to gel together good, so I have a good feeling about this year for sure.
That's definitely awesome to hear. Now, I know you are a power forward, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see names like Tim Duncan. I'm a big fan of Kevin Garnett because I'm a Celtics fan, and I know these guys like to hate. But did you ever have a favorite player growing up, a guy you modeled your game after, and did you ever have a favorite team growing up too?
I've always just been where LeBron went, honestly. Like, I always kind of model my game after him, Paul George a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I always just watched those two. They always were battling in the Eastern Conference, so I always just love watching those. And then I love watching Kyrie, too, the way he's able to handle the ball, get to his spot, finish off the glass. So, yeah. But in this year, I'll be playing the 3, actually, too. So they moved me up this year to the 3.
Nice. And, I just want to let you know, just based off that LeBron comment, our former sports director, his name is
trader.
Yeah, Brandon Willoughby Ray. You would really get along with that guy, man. You want to talk about LeBron, he'll talk about LeBron for like hours and hours.
That's the GOAT, man.
Yeah,
that's the GOAT.
His whole demeanor is just based around LeBron James.
For sure. He set the standard for sure for basketball.
Absolutely. But so I'm just going to go and hop right into my question. Actually, you kind of mentioned or kind of touched on it a little bit already. Looking at your stats from last season, you played in all 33 games for West Georgia, and you averaged 8.1 points a game, and you had a team high 6.7 rebounds per game, all while being efficient from the field, shooting 47% and then 36 from 3. And you also had 9 double-digit scoring games, and you were on top of UWG's entire defensive statistics, just being the all-around better defender. So in your first year at West Georgia, when you came here, you were always kind of looked at as like a defensive-minded forward. But now, like Jackson said, a lot of that key offensive pieces like Zoddy Jackson and Cole Fisher are off the team. So you've already showcased from last year that you can be efficient from offense and be the best defender on the court. Do you kind of see one of those elements of your game being elevated a little bit more this year, or are you always going to be defensive-minded?
I would say for sure offensively this year I got to take more of an aggressive approach, kind of get more shots up, get to my spot, even get that percentage higher, just taking that leader role offensively more this year because, like you said, we lost about 20 a game from Zoddy, 17 from Cam, 13 off the bench from Marlon. So it's just a lot of spots that need to get filled. Like a lot of guys that made shots, made plays offensively. So it's just not my opportunity and time to step up now. Then the defense will always be there. That's what I kind of play my game off of, just playing hard-nosed defense. Just defense creates offense. So defense is a pride thing. So you have pride on defense. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, and that's fair. And we saw it all year, and it's evident on the court, so it makes sense. So obviously the big headline for just all UWG athletics is just Division I. That's what everyone talks about now because it's the biggest news around campus. So now we know Coach D. We know how much Coach loves to animate himself. You can hear it all throughout the stadium on the sidelines. So I was actually just going to ask, Does anything about like the demeanor, like in practice, is like the atmosphere different because you're Division I, or is it just like business as always, and it's just kind of the same thing as it's always
Kind of
been?
been the same. We've always, even at the D2 level, we always approach ourselves D1. Coach Moore was at St. Bonaventure for about 25 years before this, so everything he took from and learned from there, he took it here. So ever since my first year here, even when we were D2, we were working out harder than anybody in the country. Workouts, preseason, D1 level stuff. So it's definitely all business this year for sure. It's a lot more strict. Just definitely on top of it. We got to set the standard high for the years to come. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and I love that approach from Coach Moore as well, because I feel like if you always have that Division I mindset, you're always going to be able to compete at that level.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, we're really excited for this upcoming season, but I'll tip it off to Chase if you got any questions. Well, Andrew kind of just mentioned, like, all your statistics last year and how big of a role you played in that GSE championship and then that NCAA Division II tournament run. So I was going to ask you, to tell the fans listening, what can they expect, expect from you as a player heading into the season? I know you just mentioned want to be a little more aggressive.
Right.
So I guess you can go ahead and just speak for the team. What can Wolves fans expect from this team in their first Division I season?
One thing you can expect for us, win or lose, we're going to play hard and give it our all every night. That's one thing Coach Moore really wants out of us is just to play hard as hell, just do what we got to do. He wants the other team to just think like, man, those guys, they just play hard. Like, no quit. We just grit, toughness. So you can expect that out of the whole team. As far as me individually, I say you can expect a good year from me this year. I had a good summer of work, so just looking to be more aggressive, just hit more shots this year, and then you're always going to get that hard-nosed defense from me. I'm going to take pride in whoever my defender is, my matchup is. So just trying to be more aggressive offensively, get to my spots, just be more of a leader this year too, for sure, because being a 1 to 3 seniors, the only returning starter, just kind of step up, take that role, be a leader, and make it happen out there for the guys.
Absolutely. I think I can speak for all Wolves fans when we say we are definitely excited for this first Division I season. Oh, yeah. So I kind of want to go back to Coach Moore a little bit. The unfortunate reality of switching to D1 is that you're ineligible for the postseason, which I don't like it. I don't understand the rule. But I want to know, because a lot of people might see that and think, well, these seasons don't really matter since you can't compete, but that's completely not the case. Yep. And what is Coach Moore what is his message to the team and kind of explaining that this season still matters despite not being able to compete for postseason?
Right. He just tells us every day, like, we're still working for something. Like, we can still go compete for that A-Sun tournament. Yep. Go win it. Take somebody else out of the tournament. Go make noise your first year in the A-Sun. Let them know, like, this is what's going to be for years to come. And we just want to be standing on business. Just everything we do, we want to do to the top of the level, and we want to win because it's going to help him recruit for years to come too. So you got to think about it like that. Like, even if we're not competing for anything this year, it's still years to come. So we still want to get good players and stuff like that. So even when I'm going to be gone, I still want to help out West. So I want to have a good year and just hopefully hope this program go up for D1 in the next few years.
Absolutely. I like what you said, because this is exactly the Wolves' chance to show the world, because being Division I means more national attention. So this is your chance to set the standard of what West Georgia basketball can be and show everybody that y'all are ready for Division I, and there is a reason the Wolves are Division I. But to kind of conclude this interview, I'm going to kick it back to last year. Do you have a personal favorite moment in last season for West Georgia basketball? Like, I know, of course, you have the GSE championship, you have the NCAA tournament run, but is there something specific, maybe like a certain play that you remember that really excited you about last season?
Honestly, I think it was just those last few seconds against Huntsville winning that GSE championship, man, because following up short the year before the West out, it was a sickening feeling, man. So being able to beat them in the first round, and then beating Huntsville, two really good teams in the GSC championship, and then just completing it, getting that ring, it was just an amazing feeling. So that run right there was good, man. Just to be able out there with all the guys we had last year, it was just nice, man. The atmosphere, the fans, you guys coming out, all that, it was just nice, man.
And then it was fun. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was saying it was really fun to see the rings get presented to you guys at the West Georgia football game against Stanford, because Cole Fisher came, me and Richard, our current sports director, was standing behind one of the end zones, and Cole Fisher came up to us and showed us the little rings and let me hold it, and then I just felt proud, man. I was like, that's my basketball team right there, man.
Nah, man,
that was really cool.
It was that day was fun for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys coming back, Amari coming back, Zadi, seeing Cole, so it was good to see those guys for sure.
I wanted to throw in a couple fun questions before we wrap up this interview. First of all, I want to ask you, why do you think LeBron is the GOAT? I genuinely want to know this.
Come on, man. All-time leading scorer, top 10 in every stat pretty much. set the standard for people to come. Work ethic insane. The way you take care of your body. Never messed up outside of the court. Great family man. Great father. Got his kid in the NBA. So just a goat to me, man.
I'm gonna agree with you, man. You know, because Jordan had more weapons on his team than LeBron's ever had. And
Yes.
And Jackson's giving me a dirty look.
LeBron,
we all know it's true.
LeBron took a team of role players to the finals.
Amen.
Preach it. George Hill was the starting point guard. J.R. Smith was the starting shooting guard. Kevin Love was washed. Tristan Thompson.
Preach it.
Hey, I love it.
You want to know the defining thing between LeBron James and Michael Jordan?
Tell me.
Why is LeBron James putting up MJ numbers at the age of 39? You explain that to me.
And he came back 3-1 against the greatest team of all time, 72-10.
Explain that to me, Jackson.
Chase, I don't like how you said that MJ had more weapons than LeBron. MJ only had Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman was the best rebounder the basketball has ever seen.
Bro, no, we saw when LeBron went to Miami. D Wade. I'm gonna throw in Ray Allen.
Chris Bosh.
And then when he went to he went back to the Cavaliers.
I was speaking,
Kyrie Irving.
I was speaking more of his Cavs finals, okay? But 3-1 doing something no player's ever done. And then look at that. Okay, say what you want about the Lakers ring, you know, whether it's Mickey Mouse ring or not. But either way, I think the point still stands. Don't let Jackson influence it.
They keep that Lakers. The Lakers. Anthony Davis.
Hey, do we ever see Kolten Griffin pair up with LeBron James?
I feel like we could.
That would be insane.
Hey,
I feel like
you never know.
I need
that would be insane. But hey, you never know.
Now, 2 more quick questions. Do you have a pregame hype song you like to listen to, or a pregame meal?
Pre-game meal is Olive Garden every time. We get Olive Garden. I always just get the regular spaghetti with some breadsticks.
That's fire.
Big plate, always. Pre-game, I kind of mix it up, man, just depending on the mood. Sometimes you got to play some upbeat stuff. Sometimes you got to calm it down, play it smooth. Got to listen to some Rod Wave sometimes. Other times listen to, like, Lil Durk, something like that.
Do you ever have like a guilty pleasure song? Because nobody can hear what you're listening to. So do you ever play like 1,000 Miles or something?
Nah. I might break down some old R&B just to calm it down and smooth, just get me calm for the game. But
it's real.
Nah.
That's fair. I respect it.
I'm just saying you can never go wrong with Olive Garden. My Olive Garden meal is a baked ziti, and I'm pretty sure they still have that deal of the take home, like the $5 take home
don't
meals.
Don't sleep on the eggplant casserole.
Chicken Alfredo casserole.
Chicken Alfredo is pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm more of just a spaghetti guy, just straight spaghetti.
Yeah, I feel that. That's real. That's real.
But do you have any other final questions for Kolten before we wrap up this interview?
I don't really have a question, but I just have a comment saying that we truly are excited about this West Georgia basketball season.
Yes,
we have no doubt in our mind that we can go compete for this ASUN conference. So we'll bring the energy. Like I said, we'll be there for that Georgia Tech road game. We'll be at all the home games, and I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a fun season.
We appreciate you guys and the support for sure, always.
I actually do have a question because you know, obviously, basketball player comes with basketball knowledge. We had this debate earlier in the show that we just wrapped up. Who do you think won the Timberwolves in New York trade with Karl Anthony Towns? Who do you think was the winning side?
That Timberwolves team might be kind of solid now. Cat and AD
and Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon.
Rob, yeah.
Oh man! I just need somebody to be on my side on that.
And they got how do you say his name?
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
From the Knicks. They got him coming with
DiVincenzo.
He can hoop, bro. He can hoop.
Especially after the postseason he just had.
Oh yeah.
Do you have an NBA Finals champion pick preseason right now?
Ooh. I might have to go. It's either gonna be the Celtics again.
Oh,
they might go back to back. You gotta go with Jason
Tatum.
I
like his answer. I love his answer.
Got to. Probably the Celtics. I'm gonna rock with Jason Tatum.
I can't disagree.
He's from St. Louis. I'm from Missouri too, so I'm gonna rock with Jason Tatum.
I can't disagree. That's fair.
You said, are you semi of a baseball guy?
I used to be a little bit. I haven't been paying attention lately. The Royals in the playoffs this year. I'm gonna have to pay attention, bro.
You're not a Cardinals fan?
Nah, bro.
Nobody liked them birds, Jackson. Nobody likes them.
I did like Albert Pujols. That was about it, though.
I do love him. Well, if nobody has any other questions, Kolten, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this interview. We will see y'all next week, and have a good fall break, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all too. Appreciate it.